You're listening to and watching this. We've got a new name for this.
We've got a new name for the Fat Bidin podcast.
It's called the Fat Bidin Minuteman, where me, Aizil, and I'm assuming Zan Azli are going to try to explain
stuff to you
within a minute. This week we're going to attempt explaining the 1MDB asset rationalisation. Ooh. Okay, so we will begin. I will be timing us.
Okay.
So 1 minute
1 minute.
Starting now.
Okay, so let's start. 1MDB sold land.
Sold land.
Number 1, the TRX, Tun Razak Exchange. Okay.
Yes.
Number 2, Edra Global Energy. Number 3, Bandar Malaysia, which was the most recent. Okay. We start with the Tun Razak Exchange.
The Tun Razak Exchange. One thing you need to know is that the government had sold the land to 1MDB for 194 million ringgit. Okay, but then it's 1MDB sold portions of the land
to many different parties.
Many different parties. Okay. Most recently,
Affin Bank
for 255 million, which alone, that one portion already covered the cost of like
more. It made a profit already from the what was sold by the government to 1MDB. Okay,
to Tabung Haji for
188 million. To an Indonesian company called Mulia for 668 million.
To an Australian company,
they listed for 1.3 billion. See the amount of profit they made?
Yes.
Then Bandar Malaysia, they sold 60% stake for 7.4 billion. Okay, 60% stake. And they bought it from the government. 1MDB bought it from the government for 1.6 billion. You see the amount of profit? 1 minute over.
It raised a lot of interesting questions.
We're just going to go on, right?
We're going to keep going.
Okay. Now, all of this money that they've made, right?
Yeah.
Is going off to settle the debt.
Yeah.
None of it is coming back to the people.
Yeah.
It should come back to the people because 1MDB is owned by the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Finance is part of the government. Government is by the people.
I actually still don't understand 1MDB so much because like, okay, so they've got this debt, right? It sounds like they're making a lot of profit, right? Technically from what we said.
But because they have so much debt.
But where did that come from?
Why you going to ask questions that we cannot answer right now? Right?
No, because that's interesting lah. Because like you are bringing up an interesting point where like they're making a lot of profits, but the profits are going to
settle debts.
So it's not profits.
Yeah.
So
and we don't know where the debt came from.
Yeah. What happens now?
Wow. I mean, when you think about it, for no reason, the government has lost all this. You call it opportunity loss lah, because they sold it so cheap, and then now all this land is like cost so much.
Yeah.
Right. If the government had held on to this land and sold it off now, it would be worth 22.9 billion ringgit. That's why I have this whiteboard here.
What year are you?
Okay. Right.
Wait. So
right.
You're saying that if the government held on to it for the past 5 years, now it will be worth 22.9 billion.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, 2016, the budget for 2016 was declared as 267 billion. 267 billion.
Hey, very informative like your whiteboard.
I know, right? Now, all that amount that they would have had if they had kept that land, not sold it off cheaply to 1MDB, right, would have come up to almost 9% of the national budget. 2016, that's a lot of money, right? Instead, to make up that money, now the people are being taxed GST.
Okay.
Right? And GST brought in for the government how much this year?
27,
last year 2015.
27 billion.
27 billion.
Hey, it could have brought in a lot more if it started in January, okay?
I know, right? I know, right? So now to help settle off the debt, basically the people are getting money out of their pockets to do it.
Wait. It's lost opportunity lah.
Yes.
It's lost opportunity. It's not directly.
It doesn't matter, but that's how you see it now.
It's not that GST is going straight to pay the 1MDB debt lah.
Yeah, whatever lah. Money in, money out.
No, that's oversimplifying lah.
Too bad lah.
You're really frustrated about the GST thing lah.
I'm very frustrated when we have to suffer for it lah. Right? Okay, now let's give credibility. Let's give credit where credit is due. I mean, we're basing all of our facts on the number one
Number one resource for 1MDB
for
news.
1MDB news.
They even got in trouble for it.
Right, which is
The Edge.
right, the latest, well, last week's issue of The Edge lah. They have a very comprehensive report on the asset rationalization of 1MDB, you know. And if you really want to go and find out more,
yeah.
you can actually read that. It's really informative. They even have infographics and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's really great. So,
Okay, first thing, I disagree. Not I disagree, but like the yeah, I also don't like GST lah, but yeah, it's lost opportunity lah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Anyway, yeah, you are listening to and watching
a very frustrated
Zana's
episode.
Yeah, so this is the Fat Bidin.
And the next coming episode, we'll make sure we'll keep within that 1 minute. We'll
Yes.
get everything in, all the information to you in that 1 minute.
Yeah,
We were striving for it lah as the episodes go on lah.
yeah, this is the Fat Bidin
Minute Man. We're the Minute Man.
with me Aizil and I'm assuming Zan Azli.
Yeah, so yeah, don't forget, subscribe to all our social media platforms.
Yes.
Fat Bidin, right?
Yes.
YouTube Fat Bidin, SoundCloud, all that lah, right? Twitter, Facebook and everything. Or just go to fatbidin.com
Yes.
and share this video
Mm.
and podcast if you're listening to the podcast.
Hopefully it's informative.
Yeah.
Oh, in 1 minute mah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.